What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ, and this week we have the 2024 Mercedes-Benz E350. If you don't know, there's been a lot of changes on the E350, so we're going to go through some of those. We are going to start with a cinematic, if you are new to my channel, which is usually a minute or less. And then we are going to take a walk on the exterior, talk about some of the stats, figures I think you guys would like to know. And then we are going to step on into the interior, talk about some of the things in there. Then we're going to take it on a drive. So if you want to fast forward, do whatever section you kind of want, that is the way that we do pretty much every single video to try to keep it the same. Next video, 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. Every vehicle, every week, new press car, over 21,000 subscribers. Thank each and every one of you. All right, without further ado, let's roll. Starting with some of the stats and figures. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that cinematic. All right, this E350 has a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder mild hybrid pushing 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque combined. Now, transmission is a 9-speed auto paired with 4MATIC, aka all-wheel drive. Curb weight's going to be around 4,189 pounds. It's going to be pushing this from 0 to 60 in an impressive 5.8 seconds. MPG 24 city, 33 highway with a combined average of 27 MPGs. Gas tank 17.4 gallons. Now, overall dimensions, your length, you're looking at 16.3 feet. Your width, you are looking at 6.2 feet. Ground clearance is around 5 inches. And the pricing starts at $63,350. Tester today is $83,400, and that is including the destination charge. Now that we are here in the back, let's take a look inside the trunk. Underneath the Mercedes-Benz emblem, you just press there. Power trunk, up it goes. And there is a decent amount of room in here. I will put the actual cubic feet here on the screen for you. And then you do have power folding seats, left side and the right side. To close the trunk, simply just press the button and down it will go. And as you can see, it is pretty quick actually. Some details you may or may not notice at first. Obviously, you have the dual outlets for the exhaust, which is pretty nice. And then even the tail lamps basically resemble kind of like the Mercedes-Benz emblem, which is pretty neat. And then also want to point out passenger side fuel door, if you did not notice that. We have flush handles. They are keyless entry on all 4 doors. Generally they pop out whenever you walk up to it, but if they don't, you can simply just kind of press on it and they will pop out for you. Now, you can see on the mirror, you have the camera right there. Hopefully you can see that pretty decently. And then just some little details that you may or may not notice. Again, Mercedes in the windshield, even on the wiper blades. I don't know if you can kind of see right there, Mercedes-Benz emblem. And then continuing up front, we can take a look at the headlamps, Mercedes-Benz. I just have the runners on right now. See, it says digital light in there. Maybe, hopefully, the lighting is a little bit tough. Looking at the grille, you do have Mercedes-Benz emblems, but as you kind of step away, it's just more of like a cool sport pattern. Pretty neat. And then just touching on the wheels here quickly, you are looking at a 245/35/21. Let's step back into my garage very quickly just so you can see the ambient lighting and go through the interior, and then we'll go take it on a drive. All right, if you're new to my channel, I always step into the rear and the front. Is it easy or is it not? So starting with the rear seats here, stepping in, got to duck just a little bit. Not terrible though. And then now that I'm in here, very, 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 very comfortable. A lot of room in here. So let's touch on head space. We've probably got, I don't know, I'd say about 2 inches. I'm 5'9" if you're new to my channel. And then down here as far as leg space, a lot of leg space. I would say that's about 8 inches roughly, and this is where my seat sits to drive. So now as far as comfort of the seat, you're definitely more upright in this seat. So if you like being upright, you're gonna love that. As far as cushioning and how it feels, it's very comfortable. Very happy on that side of things. And then just touching on door materials, this is like a harder leather. You can kind of hear probably. So this is the softest part where your elbow is, and then it is soft all the way up. It's all one continuous piece. Maybe they just have just a hair more padding right in here. Not 100% sure, but it is comfortable. And then as far as this goes, I would say it's like a aluminum basically. Window switches are nice, no wiggle or jiggle to them. Nice as far as that goes. Over in the middle, we do have this like a little like cell phone holder it can clip in or whatever. You can set it there if you don't have a case, because it is a little on the narrow side. Mine doesn't fit. 2 cup holders, and then of course you can just push it in, and then you can just fold it up if you want it out of your way. 2 air vents located right there, and then just a little pocket to put some various different things. And then all the way down there you can see there are 2 USB-Cs. Okay, stepping into the front now. As you could probably see by how fast that was, very easy to step in. Yeah, very easy. It's not high to step into, and you're also not like falling into it. It's just honestly like a perfect height. It's Goldilocks, honestly. Touching on the front door materials, very similar to the rear. All of the seat adjustments are here. You have heated seats, cooled seats. Cooled seats are not standard. That is an option. You can obviously see ambient lighting throughout this entire vehicle, and that's kind of why I'm doing this in my garage for the interior, just so you could really see just how impressive the lighting is. I mean, the ambient lighting on Mercedes-Benz, honestly, I just don't think there's anything better at the moment. There's some that are pretty close, but Mercedes-Benz definitely has it. Over here on the right, you can see there is a passenger screen. Hit the power button here, turn it on, hit home, and this is a really, really neat feature. Sorry, my garage lights are kind of reflecting here for you guys, but you have navigation. So like while we're driving, right? So like if the wife's sitting over here, whoever, hit navigation, you can literally type in addresses, send it to this one, and also send it out here, and then also out on my heads-up display. So it is definitely a pretty neat feature. Also, if we are over here, you can hit apps, and there are various different ones, but there are a few games, Sudoku, Pairs, and Shuffle Puck. Sudoku, the wife really likes playing these Sudoku, so she does do that while we are driving around. So yeah, definitely a neat little thing. You can do your comfort, all the different things on that screen. So I really love that screen. I wish more vehicles, honestly, had that. You can probably see here this little light blinking. You cannot see that in person. That is just through the camera lens picking that up. Now, as far as the main screen goes, super crystal clear. Let's touch on the cameras though. So down here, if we click this button, you can probably see, if we shut that, now we can see the full thing. You can just start dragging around if you would like to. Crystal clear. The graphics are actually just amazing with what Mercedes does with these cameras. Obviously, it looks like, I don't know, weird angles on some things, but you can really see quite well, and it's very easy to use. You can also hit just like the front, or you can hit just the rear. You can do just the sides. Like there's so many different things that you can do. But yeah, very, very good as far as quality goes. If we hit home one more time, very similar to the other screen over there. You have some different apps, comfort, stuff like that. If we hit the comfort button, this one has the seat kinetics. You can go through that. You have your ambient lighting. You can do multiple colors in here. So like we can change it to various different colors. Like I'll hit just a few of them here for you. Let's go on this side so you can see just a little bit better. So just click through them so you can see some of the different ones very quickly. Definitely quite neat. I mean, it really brings a different element to the interior. And of course you can just go solid colors. There's 64 different options. Like we could just go just green everywhere. We can go like a yellow, red, pink. I mean, this is your color wheel, right? So like 64 different options. You can see 64 right there. So yeah, a lot of different things. We have some different effects and various things you can go through. I don't think there's too much more to discuss. Going through this screen, again, it has really good quality and it is very responsive, as you can see. Dual zone climate, which is nice as well. If we hit this little car button right here, it's going to bring up basically like a quick menu. So you have your heads up display on and off. You have active steering assist, active lane, auto lane change. So yeah, there are just a lot of options that you can sit there and select through. Past that, it's just all customization, whatever you want. There is an interior camera. You could probably see that right there. So if we hit this, slide over, sorry, it's under Jiminy Christmas. I did this just the other day. Apps maybe, and camera. So you can kind of see, here we are in the screen. I don't have a memory card in here. Obviously this is a press car, but nonetheless you can see that. So there's an interior camera. Looking at the steering wheel, pretty standard for Mercedes-Benz nowadays. So over here you have a lot of your cruise control settings. This is your menu up here. You can hit the home button. You can slide through various different things if you would like. I usually keep it on navigation, just what I like to see. Over on the right, all of your media controls. And then obviously out here is your stock for driving. A little further down, you have a wireless charger tucked way back in there. Honestly, not the most convenient spot, but nonetheless, it's there. You can set your key there. It's like a magnetic thing, so it doesn't move if you would like to. 2 USB-Cs, cup holders, and then you can hit this button here, and you can see there is probably enough room for, I would say, like 2 tissue boxes somewhere in there. But yeah, not a bad size. As far as cushioning goes, definitely good, nice and soft for the elbow. Looking up above, again, ambient lighting even up here. You have a regular mirror, and then the sunroof, you just slide on there, and you can see it meets in the middle. So it's a panoramic, and it does look quite nice. Just taking a look at the seats, I absolutely love the cross diamond stitch. If you are not new to my channel, you definitely know that. Huge fan of that. I wish all seats were cross diamond stitch. And as far as material goes, they are nice and soft. As far as feeling, you can feel the stitching, but then past that, everything else is really, really soft. And sitting on them, they are really nice. One thing I have to touch on, this is the one thing that blew me away in this car, okay, out of all the press cars that I've had. I am not a big sound guy, but people do ask me, and I generally don't have that much of an opinion on sound because, again, I'm not a sound guru. This, for me, has the best sound system from a stock vehicle that I have ever been a part of. This thing has speakers in the seats, and you literally feel like you are in a live concert. It's not going to turn out on camera, so there's honestly not much use in trying to do that. Maybe I will try it, maybe not, with some copyright-free music, but nonetheless, trust me when I tell you, like, I absolutely cannot believe how good the sound system is with the speakers in the seats. Like, you literally can turn up the bass. You can turn it off if you want to. So, like, some people don't like the feeling of, like, the vibration. You can absolutely turn it off if you don't like it, but you have levels of 0 through 10. For the intensity, and I had it on 10 and had this thing almost maxed out just to test it out. My goodness. I mean, just honestly mind-blowing. It really, really is. All right, I think we've covered pretty much everything in the interior. Let's get this E350 out on the road. Right out of the gate, first thing that I notice, is rear wheel steering. I can even see it like in the mirror turning. The wheel doesn't necessarily turn a lot, but all of a sudden, like, the car has such a good turning radius. And that was the first thing that I noticed, like, right out of the gate. So rear wheel steering on this vehicle, which definitely helps because most 4MATIC or all-wheel drive vehicles, turning radius, usually not all that great. This one, definitely impressive. Not only just for, you know, like tight turns, I've put, I don't know, 80, 100 miles on this vehicle so far. And even at a little bit of speed, let's just say, handling is very good with the rear wheel steering as well. Touching on noise, that was one of my other things that I noticed almost immediately. It is super quiet. Like, here comes a car passing by us. Let's just listen. It's quiet. So again, if you're new to my channel, thanks for being here. 3 categories I have for noise. You have tire noise, you have wind noise, and you have engine noise. Engine, you can hear whenever you're fully accelerating. Can't confirm or deny because I'm not 100% positive, but it kind of almost sounds like it's piped in. Wouldn't surprise me in today's, which is, I guess, good that I almost can't tell, because then obviously it's a little bit more natural. It used to be very obvious, so they're kind of progressing as far as that goes. But this is a luxury vehicle. I don't know if I necessarily need anything piped in per se, but it's only whenever you're like hammering on it. Past that, it's super quiet. Wind noise, just showed you an example. Couldn't hear that. Tire noise, again, it's quiet. Like, overall, this is a very, very quiet vehicle. Some vehicles and some brands, sometimes you could call it just a like badge engineering, if you will. Like, oh, it's a Mercedes-Benz. It's just a badge, just a status. This is definitely not that. This is very, very well engineered from every aspect so far. This vehicle is one of the ones that has really impressed me, to be honest. Like, when I saw the sticker on this particular car, 82,000, I literally said to my wife, I was like, I don't know if it's worth 82,000. Nice car, I don't know about that. And now that I've spent some time with it, I was wrong. I was wrong. $82,000, honestly, not bad. Like, I've driven a lot of vehicles. If you're not new to my channel, you definitely know that. You've seen all of the ones I've driven and been a part of, and I do like high-end cars for sure. It is, you know, more of my passion. This thing is definitely worth the price tag. To be 100% honest, a little bit of a bargain, even at 82,000. It is that nice. Let's touch on the acceleration really quick. So if we just hammer it at 45, I don't exaggerate anything, and you can see, like, it puts me back in the seat. Again, 0 to 60 is about 5.8 seconds, which is good. I mean, you're talking about a car that gets up to 33 mpgs and does 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds. That's really good. Now, if you need a little more pep in your step, you go up to the 450, looking at a 0 to 60 of between 4.1 and 4.4. So, something to consider if that's what you're wanting, a little more pep. Coming up to the cattle guard, testing suspension and noise. Every week, every vehicle. Here we go. I mean, buttery smooth, man. Like, that's why this vehicle is worth the price tag. Like, you can go back and watch all of my different videos, all kinds of different cars, competitors, whatever. That is so impressive. Going over that, I don't even hardly move. Like, that's how impressive that is. And as far as noise, definitely one of the top, if not the top vehicles I've ever taken over that cattle guard. Like, it is so ridiculously quiet. Like, I don't even know how they do it. I really don't. It is so impressive. Touching on the lane centering in this vehicle, it does really well. Cruise control also, as far as the adaptive goes, accelerates exactly how I would do it even if it wasn't set. So, impressive. The only thing that I guess I could, you know, I don't want to say, yeah, kind of like nitpick, I guess, is I do wish that the lane centering would work without setting the cruise control. Kia, Hyundai, Genesis, they all do that, so you can literally have it working at all times. This does not. You have to have your cruise control set. If it is set, again, it does really well. It stays dead center of the lane, really good. Obviously, keep your hands on the wheel. It's just a safety feature. Nonetheless, you guys get the idea. It works really good. Now, by all means, if I could afford it, would I get this? 100%. It's not even a question. Like, and especially this, just so you guys know, I love Nardo Gray. Absolutely love it. This is basically a Nardo Gray. There's a ton of exterior and interior color options for this. Go on the website, configure them. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. That's just only about 2% of you, if that, are going to want that information, because you're going to build this vehicle on the website how you like it. So with that said, again, if I could afford it, I would 100% get one of these. Like, this is such an incredibly comfortable vehicle. Like, this right here is one of the noisiest roads in the area. And again, go back and watch some other reviews. I'm not going to name the competitors. I'm not going to go through them. Just listen. The audio will turn up. So I'll be quiet for just a few seconds. Super quiet. It's impressive. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. We've gone through just about everything on this vehicle, all the different modes. They work really well. Just clicking through them so you guys know: eco, comfort, sport, and individual. Individual, you can customize it how you like. They all work exactly how you would expect, in my opinion, right? Good engineering behind it. Super luxurious, super comfortable ride. I could road trip in this car for a very, very long time, for sure. Very comfortable. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, please like, please subscribe. Again, over 21,000 subscribers. I thank each and every one of you. Next video, 5 things to love, 5 things to improve. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.